Welcome to the Bobby Monsoon 215. I just said 215 channel. I'm your host, Jay. It's March 22nd, 2024, and as promised, we have the recap of Friday Night SmackDown. It's a lot to unpack, but I feel like I'm starting this off as just lying because it's not really a lot to unpack. Man, like, the show starts off. Let's just get right into it, because let's just say this. It's a lot of nothing to unpack. You know, as I said in the last episode, WWE has way too many writers. And you could tell with a show like this. I'm usually I'm optimistic too. Like, I'm not one of them dudes who watch wrestling and try to criticize every single thing, but man, this show, it was kind of on the lackluster side. I didn't get too much from this show. And honestly, if I didn't commit to doing this YouTube channel and bringing y'all the content, I definitely would have probably been at the casino somewhere, or I would have been doing something else to be out. But let's just still get into it, because there are some things happen that might be worth noting. Who knows? The show starts off with Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar. Now, I put up a short, and I said it in my long form video, that Santos Escobar is giving me Eddie Guerrero vibes. Now, of course, people then completely skipped what I said when I said Eddie Guerrero's 100 times better than Santos Escobar. That's obvious to anyone who knows Eddie Guerrero work. I'm not saying that. I'm not even really comparing him. I'm just saying he's giving me some. He's reminding me of Eddie Guerrero. I had my brother, man. Like, he kind of got mad at me for that comment. Yo, man. Like, let me tell you, I love Eddie like everyone else loves Eddie, but Santos Escobar, I see a lot of potential in him. They start to show off him versus Rey Mysterio. You know, Rey Mysterio comes out first. He does the whole thing, 619, whatever. This really don't matter, whatever. Rey definitely has been doing this for a long time. He looks a bit out of shape. I think he got to get in ring shape, but who am I to say? I'm out of shape. You know, I go to the gym here and there, but it pales in comparison to what these athletes do. So I can't really talk much, but just as an observer, I don't know. It looks like he's a little bit out of shape, but that's expected. Rey been doing this for 20, 30 years. I don't even know how long, but I remember Rey in WCW. I remember, didn't he win the title? Nah, that wasn't WrestleMania. Was it WrestleMania 20? I think it was WrestleMania 20. I think he won the title. But he's been doing this for a long ass time at the highest level possible. So all respect to Rey. I still love Rey. I still think that Rey is that guy. But they got him in a match. They're going into WrestleMania. They're looking for Rey to put over Santos Escobar at WrestleMania at the biggest stage. And they got this beef brewing. Rey comes out first. Then you got like a promo from Escobar in between, and yo, I forgot that dude's name. Sorry, I'm gonna do a little bit more research because I be off the cusp off this. I be really freestyling off the top of my head. Kevin Dunn, that's who he is. I almost forgot his name. Kevin Dunn. When Kevin Dunn left, the writing of the WWE content got a little bit different. And if you watch WWE for years, you know. Usually you get the one entrance and the second entrance. But now I see these tiny bit of changes that's happening. So you got the Rey Mysterio entrance to start it off. Then you got this little, like, not a promo, but like a I guess like a promo, but it's like an edited video. I want to say it's like a vignette, but I don't even think I'm using the right term. But it's like, let's just call it a promo for now. It's like a promo to where, like, all right, Santos Escobar, he's talking about how he looked up to Rey, and Ray this and Ray that, and it wasn't a lot to talk about. We just say he looked up to Ray. Now he doesn't. He was disappointed in Ray for whatever reason. I don't even know why. Ray put you on, but they got him cutting his promo. It was cool. Then they starts the match. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's crazy. Ray is a vet, but I'm gonna tell you, Ray botched a move. It kind of scared me. I thought he might have blew out his knee towards ACL. Yo, Ray is up there in age. He's not like 25. He's not 35. I don't know how old Ray is. He gotta be 50 something, man. So when he botched that move, I was like, whoa. But it seemed like he just shook his leg off, and he just shook it off real quick. He continued with the match. The match was okay. He does his high flying move. I don't remember even seeing this before. He like jumped off the ring post into the outside. They flew off the mat. They had Ray like kind of whipping this dude's ass, Escobar ass, in the beginning. Ray goes for the 6'9". Escobar counters with a super kick that was a pretty clean super kick. I'm not gonna lie. Ray hits Escobar with the top of the announce table. I think that was a little bit different to start off SmackDown with already the announce table getting messed up. I like that. Then they do this. Ray did this crazy move, right? To where he was standing on top of the announce table and he was running. And he did, I don't even know what you call it, but you know how when you pick somebody up and you're about to powerbomb them? So Ray, he jumped on Escobar's shoulders. Escobar was sitting on like the ring entrance or whatever. Then they fall, not inside the crowd, but like inside where the announcers and the ring bells were at. It was a very unique, Ray did some very unique stuff in this that I'm like, wow, I don't think I've seen that before. The jump over the ring post, the jump from the ring table. I think that was very unique, very clever. What I like about this match, though, we're going to skip through it a little bit. But Ray was dominating the match. It was a good back and forth. Of course, it looked like Ray was going to win. Then Ray gets distracted or something happens. And it's a guy with a Rey Mysterio mask comes on. And I'm watching it with my daughter. And I'm like, she's like, yo, who's that? I'm like, yo, you don't know who that is? He take the mask off. It's Dom on SmackDown, Ray's bastard son. Oh my God. So he distracts Rey Mysterio. Of course, Rey Mysterio's like, he's pointing at him and whatever. Santos Escobar runs, hits Rey Mysterio with the 619. I'm so mad I forgot this move, but he hit Rey Mysterio with his finisher move. Pin 1, 2, 3. Santos Escobar gets the win. So this is going, I'm going to let y'all know, this is going to lead to a little back and forth beef between Santos and Ray. My prediction is the week before WrestleMania, Ray would get the up on Santos. Going into WrestleMania, Santos will go over Ray. It can't happen no other way. Ray has to lose to Santos Escobar at WrestleMania 40. We had the feel good moment, WrestleMania 39. You beat your son. We like to see it. It was great. It was great. You redeemed yourself. Your wife is all there. Everyone's happy. That's great. That's cool. Dom, he had an incredible year, 2024. What's that? Yeah, 2023. He had an incredible year. He's continuing in that in 2024. WrestleMania 40, we all love Ray. There is no way in hell anybody on the WWE writing team should be writing anything where Ray goes over Santos Escobar. Now, I know y'all might think I might be overdoing this, saying even comparing him to Eddie Guerrero, but let's be real. If you're not going to compare, you want me to leave Eddie Guerrero alone, fine. To say this dude he has something. The writing team, the creative, they just have to, they have to They have to help him. You know, like they have to write him some good stuff. This man could execute. He could wrestle. He could knock out promos. He could do whatever you want. He did the babyface well. He's doing the bad guy even better. This dude is a star. WrestleMania 40, it needs to be Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar, if it's me writing it, I got Santos Escobar going over Rey Mysterio clean. That's it. I know babyface supposed to be cheating and interference and maybe dom. Fuck all of that. Santos Escobar go over Rey Mysterio clean. 1, 2, 3. Then I will have him do a handshake. Then Santos Escobar start whooping his ass. You know, maybe I'm doing too much, but all right, scratch that. Santos Escobar go over Rey Mysterio, then he just walks out the ramp like, oh, yeah, I told you. Rey had his feel-good moment at WrestleMania 39. We got it. You got it. Now it's time. Wrestling is all about passing the torch. It's time to pass that torch, Rey. We love you. You did great things. And I think Rey got a few more good years in him. This is Santos Escobar year. That's it. Moving along. Oh my God, man. Bayley, Bianca, Naomi. What are we doing with Naomi? She came back at the Rumble. She has done nothing since then. WWE great creative team has failed Naomi from before when she used to be there. Then I don't even know the full story, but I feel like her and Sasha Banks left and there was some controversy. I'm not sure if they walked out or whatever. But her and Sasha Banks leave. Naomi becomes a star at TNA. She does a thing. She comes back at the Royal Rumble to only get squashed week after week after week after week after week after. Like, what are we doing with Naomi? I feel like Naomi could be really beneficial, like somewhere. I don't know, maybe not in the bloodline story, but everyone and their mom knows that is the wife of Jimmy Uso. Why aren't we using that? I don't know. But instead, they got Naomi looking like a complete fool every week. And this was probably like one of the worst weeks ever, if you ask me. So you got a recap of Bayley and Damage Control beef. I'm going to tell you right now, yo, this beef is mid. I feel Bayley deserves better. Like, I don't know what part of the writing team. They have 100 writers there. I don't know who's writing Bayley's story, but it's mid. I'm not fucking with it at all. Bayley was my first favorite girl wrestler. Right now, it's Rhea Ripley. Number 2, Tiffany. It's Tiffy time. I love her. I love Bayley. Well, I used to love Bayley. I don't like heel Bayley. I love babyface Bayley. But man, like, I don't know what we're doing with this storyline because it's very mid. I feel like Bayley deserves better. I feel like she could execute better. And I don't know what we're doing, but they're backstage, right? And it starts off by... Bayley and Naomi backstage, and they're talking, hey, yeah, man, like, I'm happy you helped me out. Yeah, I always help you out. I'm going to just let you know right now, once again, I'm an optimist, but we got to keep it real on this channel. The acting is fucking horrible. It's just, I don't like it. I love Bayley. I love Naomi. Respect to the women and all, but... And I feel like the acting got better as far as these two girls when the show progressed. But as far as the beginning, it was almost cringe. Just like, am I really watching this right now? This shit is kind of trash. Bianca comes in and saves the day. Hands down, Bianca Belair is a fucking star. No debating. Her physical physique... I feel like she came in and kind of saved that segment. Without her, that segment was like, we're going from mid to straight. Yo, this is garbage. Like, I almost have to like turn this off. Like, Bianca saved it. So she's getting hype. Her and Bayley's arguing back and forth, and Naomi breaks it up. And my God, man, like, we can't think of nothing better than this. This is like fucking high school drama in 7th or 8th grade. It's fucking trash. Seriously. We don't care. We don't care. Okay? I don't know, man. Naomi is such a great in-ring talent. It's like, it's sad that they just got her looking a certain way. Then a commercial came. Naomi says something weird to Bianca. Yeah, because they're kind of having a weird situation. And then Naomi walks off. Naomi says something like, yeah, like, I know I can't do nothing about the past. And she walks off upset because she's about to go in a match with Io Sky. Everybody in the arena, everybody on the internet, everybody on YouTube knows that WrestleMania is a few weeks away. It's no way in fucking hell that Io Sky is about to lose to Naomi. It's just not going to happen. I wish they have WWE on sportsbet.com. I would have bet my whole rent on that. It's just like so easy. This was the problem with WWE SmackDown and a lot of SmackDowns and Raws. It's just so predictable. Unless you're a new fan watching wrestling like within the last 2 hours, you could see this shit coming from 8 miles away. There's no way in fucking hell Naomi is going to beat Io Sky before WrestleMania. But for some reason, they're having this match, and that's what it is. But that was like a segment part. That wasn't even the next match. The next match was The next match was Austin Theory and Grayson Waller versus the OC. If you watched my last episode when I said, man, I don't even know who the bald head guy was. It's the guys from the Bullet Club. Remember AJ Styles? And you got the bald head guy that kind of reminds you of Kevin Nash with a bald head, but not. And you got the other shorter guy with I like that tag team, but it was part of the Bullet Club. They're called the OC. They're facing Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Once again, another predictable match. No one thinks the OC is about to go to WrestleMania for anything. We won't see them in NXT. We won't see them on the WrestleMania main card. We won't see them on the pre-show. They might not even fly into Philadelphia. I like that team, though, but it's just like, it's a lot of talent out there right now, and I could just do without them right now. The match starts with the OC beating up Austin and Waller, and they keep writing the same script. Whoever's going to obviously win, they have them lose about 60% of the match. Then they make a triumphant comeback. And anybody that's been watching this like me for over 35, I'm 36. I've been watching wrestling since I came out the womb. I'm 36. I've been watching wrestling since I came out the womb, which means I've been watching wrestling for 36 years. We could see this coming a mile away. We knew that the OC was never going to beat Austin and Grayson Waller. The match starts, like I said, they're beating up Austin and Waller. Now, look, Gallows, right? That's the dude with the bald head. See, I did a little homework and research. Even though I knew who he was, some of these dudes that really don't have an impact on me personally, I don't be really knowing their names, but I know his name now. Gallows. Gallows does, and that's not his full name, I know that, spare me. Gallows does his crazy ass choke slam, but then it hurts his knee. Yo, is the WrestleMania curse, that might be a thing now. He really hurt his knee. He wasn't selling that. If you know wrestling, you know when somebody's selling some stuff, usually when they selling it, right, you're going to hurt your knee, then the opponent is going to go attack the knee. If you really hurt your knee, he's going to communicate with the referee, and everyone going to know, yo, stay off of his knee. He really might have tore the meniscus or whatever. I got to give it up. Shout out to Gallows, because he fought through that. He finished the match. And I'm not talking about finish the match on some, let me just hurry up and take a fucking inside cradle, or let me hurry up and take a light pin, or let me get disqualified. No, he really finished the match. But you could see it in his face. He got really injured. So I hope he's okay, because whether I like the storyline or not, I understand. I don't even understand, because you have to really be a wrestler to understand, but I can have somewhat of an understanding of the work it takes to put in to perform at this level. You know, a professional wrestler is the hardest working job. I feel like one of the hardest working jobs you could ever have, ever. You know, you're on the road, you're missing your family. Your wife is probably doing stuff behind the scenes. It's like, no, I don't know. You just got a lot of stuff going on, and you have to get in that ring, and you have to be physically fit, and you have to perform, This is like one of the only professions where when you get injured, you have to act like you didn't get injured, and you have to fight through that. And I know I'm going on a slight tangent, but we're going to bring it right back. I have to shout out Charlotte Flair. She's out. She was out for 9 months after her injury. She messed up her knee, tore her ACL, MCL, all of that. She finished the match. Wrestlers have a thing where they finish the match, and that is the most commendable thing. That's what Gallows did. He obviously got injured. Hopefully he's okay. He finished the match. Props to him. He was kind of limping throughout the match, but he kind of played it off well throughout the end. Now, look, Grayson Waller got slammed by a female that's probably like 120 pounds. Maybe she's like 140, 150. Grayson Waller looks like a fool. I like Grayson Waller. He's from Australia. I think it's good to push him because you got a broad audience. You got that international audience. He got a big pop at the Elimination Chamber. And I don't think he should be getting slammed by a female. You know, like, it just doesn't look like... I'm not opposed for, if females interfere in a match, I'm all for it. That's great. But I feel like it should happen a certain way. It just looks a certain way when she like arm hooked him and slammed him. Like, he has to be like 190, maybe even 200 pounds. And she just slammed him like it was nothing. If I'm writing that, she low blows him or does some stuff that a girl would really do. If we're in the street and a girl is jumping in a man's fight, she's not about to arm hook you and slam you because you're not going to jump to give her the leverage to slam you. You know, she's going to probably low blow you, hit you with a weapon, something like that. I don't understand why the WWE writers don't be like writing this, or I don't know what they be thinking, but I don't know, man. Make a long story short, because this match, everyone knows Austin Theory, Grayson Waller was going to win. Austin pins Gallows with the, I forgot what you call that. Just kind of like when you fucking hook somebody, then you pin them for the 1, 2, 3. I'm having a brain malfunction right now. I can't even think of the move, but he did one of the pins, not the inside cradle, but it's the other one. Oh, fuck it. I'll figure it out. Waller's holds feet for leverage. Waller moves on to face the winners of AOP and Street Fighter. So Grayson Waller, Austin Theory faces the winners to AOP and Street Fighters. To be honest, Triple H, we don't care. Like, this is filler. So it's like, okay, like, we don't care about this, honestly. And honestly, this 6-team tag match, I just feel like it's too much. Let's chop it down to the classic WrestleMania 17. Pick 3 of them top teams. And then put the ladder up and then do it like that. 6 teams? What the hell? This shit is trash. Braun Breaker has a promo. So they decided this week we're not gonna have Braun Breaker squash anybody. We're just gonna run a promo on them. WWE, listen, man. Braun Breaker is a great talent. If you don't know who Braun Breaker is, look him up. If you don't know I think that's Rick Steiner's son. Scott Steiner is his uncle. For the new WWE fans, there was a team called the Steiner Brothers. Hall of Fame team. I don't know if they're in the Hall of Fame yet, but they are. I tapped out of the Hall of Fame when Pete Rose got in. It's just like, that's a different story. The Steiner Brothers are a Hall of Fame team in my book. Braun Breaker, he's official. He's that. And they had him, he just moved up from NXT. They had him the last few weeks, like squash a few people. And then today, he just gets a fucking 3 to 4 to 5 minute promo, which was fire. But like, bro, we want to see him. I'd rather see him squash somebody else. We want to see him fight. What are we doing, bro? This promo? Huh? Man, we could have clipped some of that belly shit, Bianca, Naomi segment, put Braun Breaker and have him whip somebody's ass. We want to see that. We want to see him run around the ropes and fucking 20 miles per hour, do his spear thing. We want, bro, we just got a promo. We like Braun Breaker. Push the people we like. What the hell? Let's move on. So they recap this. Roman Reigns went to Pat McAfee. I hope I'm saying his name right. No disrespect, but I'm just getting kind of used to him being around. I used to see Pat come out, and I used to be like, damn, he has his own entrance and the people going crazy, man. Who is this guy? But that was kind of when I wasn't tapped in 100% into wrestling. I was like in and out. But to be honest, he grew on me. I love what Pat is doing on Raw with Michael Cole. Commentary is imperative in professional wrestling. It don't matter if it's AEW, WWE, TNA, New Japan Wrestling. Commentating is imperative. This show is called Bobby Monsoon 215. That's from classic commentators. For me, one of the greatest commentator combination ever, which is Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta give it a tie though. I can't pick one or the other. Either Bobby Heenan or Gorilla Monsoon combination, or everyone knows this if you're a part of the Attitude Era, JR and Jerry Lawler. That's a hard one to pick, but Pat, I like what Pat is doing with Michael Cole on Monday Night Raw. Putting him on as a permanent commentator is incredible. I also like what Corey Graves is doing. He takes shots at Cody. He's talking shit on this show. But the important thing I seen about this is he took a subliminal shot at The Rock. Yo, Roman was like, man, Cody, he left. He did his other thing. He didn't want to mention AEW or whatever. Then he says, man, even The Rock, man, he was in Hollywood. Then he came back. I never left. Then he said something. Hollywood came to me. So I think WWE is planting the early seeds for Rock and Roman to be beefing. WrestleMania 41, we got Rock and Roman, and do we want that? I don't even know at this point. To be honest, I like the Final Boss and I like the Tribal Chief together, trying to prove that their family is the reigning family of professional wrestling. Let's move on. Naomi versus Io Sky. I was telling my daughter, like, yo, man, I guarantee Io Sky is gonna win, and it's just like it's no way in hell they're gonna let Naomi win. She's been on a crazy losing streak. She's not gonna beat the champion before WrestleMania. But let's see how this plays out. Io Sky comes late to the ring. Asuka's doing these weird dances now. I'm thinking about it. It's like I like Asuka too, but Asuka's such a great talent. They need to drop them tag champs. Asuka needs to leave Damage Control. Go back to solo competition because we need Asuka. Like, she's that level of a talent. She doesn't need to be fucking dancing in the beginning of Io Sky's entrance. Io Sky is a immaculate talent. They're both are great, but they're both are very unique too. Come on, Asuka's, I don't know, man, but they're dancing and it's like, oh, where's Io Sky? She's taking a long time to get to the ring. This one thing about wrestling, though, when you've been watching this shit for 36 years, not much surprises you, but honestly, this shit surprises me. So it's like, all right, she's taking long to get in the ring. Like, what's happening? And actually, what was happening is she was beating up Bayley before she got to the ring. So I'm guessing she was going to the ring. She might have seen Bayley and just hooked off on her, started beating her up. Bayley started acting all hurt or whatever. I think this storyline is so fucking mid. But we're stuck with it, and it's like too late to switch it up. So it's like, I like that surprise, but I just like... Okay, for me, if I'm writing that, yo, really do damage to... Why aren't we using weapons? It's... excuse me. Is Fox not letting WWE use weapons? Why aren't we using weapons? If Bayley's going to act like she's so hurt, oh my gosh, she got beat up so bad with no weapon, she fucking gave you a few love taps. It's like, come on, bro, like... Man. Io Sky come late to the ring. She gave Bayley the beats. It's kind of funny, actually. Naomi attire. Her attire was kind of fire. It reminded me of Bob Holly. For you new fans, Bob Holly was like this race car driver. He had was this his nephew or cousin? I don't remember, but he had another family member named Crash Holly. I think he passed, so rest in peace. But Bob Holly was like a race car driver, and that was his gimmick, and he was fucking fire. And I feel like Naomi, not feel like, it was obvious to anybody that was watching wrestling, Naomi, her attire tonight was like a little vintage Bob Holly, which I thought was cute, to be honest. Naomi dominated the match. Just like the match previous, we knew that it was the obvious winner. You're not tricking anyone. Whoever's writing this crap, you're not tricking anyone. Naomi was dominating the match. She was whipping Io Sky ass. We knew she wasn't winning, okay? But it looked okay. Naomi's a great performer in the ring, so I love watching her wrestle. Naomi perfect plex off the top rope. Yeah, that was fire. Naomi about to win. But Damage Control interferes. Oh man, that was the surprise of the night. Like, this is a very predictable show. And it's almost like the Rock segment in the beginning of last week where he was doing the Rock concert and all, that alone was better than this whole entire 2 hours of SmackDown. Seriously. Like, this shit is trash. But Naomi about to win. Damage Control interferes. Io Sky hits. It was like, what she call that? The moonsault? The over the moonsault. I like that name, over the moonsault. I like that play of words. It was a little bit sloppy, to be honest. But we give Io Sky a pass because she's such a great talent. She's just a great wrestler. I love her, and that's rare that happens. That moonsault was sloppy, though, Io. So next week, we need a better moonsault. Maybe talk to Tiffany, and, you know, she could probably Nah, I'm fucking around. I like Io Sky. It was just a sloppy moonsault. It was just a note I had. Naomi has been getting beaten consistently since she's been back in the WWE. Sometimes I wonder if WWE is being petty. Naomi left on some unprofessional, unconventional. She like walked out or some weird shit. I could be wrong, but y'all look up the story. Go Google it, like JD be saying. But man, I don't know. I feel like maybe the writing team is getting payback because she's just been a punching bag every week. So of course, Neo Sky wins, and then she gets jumped by Damage Control. They're stomping her out, giving her love tap stomps. Y'all know how the WWE do. Then who comes out? Bianca Belair. Oh, Bianca comes out, and I ain't gonna lie, Bianca started wrecking shit. She started wrecking shit. It's different. These women are great talents, but Bianca Belair is a fucking powerhouse. We got stars, but then we got superstars. It's a certain level. When we talk about Charlotte Flair, when we talk about Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, it's a certain echelon that's like a different level. Bianca's on that level. She came out, she whipped Damage Control ass, but because of WWE writing, she had to act like these girls were. She could really fuck them up in real life, but whatever. They started fighting her back. They started jumping her. Then something really cringeworthy happened. It was just annoying, bro. So they're stomping Bianca Belair, right? Then Naomi is covering Bianca Belair from getting stomped. Naomi, they didn't even beat you up that bad. They was giving you love tap stomps, and you're fucking covering Bianca Belair from getting stomped out more. I can't even explain this to you. That's how fucking stupid it looked. Bro, what? Huh? Why aren't you getting up and trying to fight back? Why aren't you getting beaten to the point you can't do nothing about it? Yo, look that up, bro. That shit looks weird. That is, whoever's a part of that writing team is horrible. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not the type to be pooping on the shows. I'm optimistic. I love what Triple H is doing. I love what creative is doing. I think the WWE has too many writers, but fuck it. They're making the best content they had in a very, very long time. But my God, man, that shit is garbage. Like, what is she doing? Why is she covering Bianca from getting stomped instead of fighting back? Then where's Belly at? Oh, shit. Yeah, she got beat up for about 45 seconds behind the scenes. No weapon, no nothing. And she was just so hurt. She had to get medical and didn't come back. Then what's going to happen? Next week, Bianca's going to be mad that Belly didn't come in. Then Naomi's going to be like, man, she was hurt. This shit is horrible. Scrap this whole fucking storyline. We don't want it. You're coming to Philadelphia, WrestleMania 40. You need to act like it because they're going to fuck around and boo this shit. This shit is trash. Like, come on, bro. I'm skipping that whole shit. I had some other notes. Oh, yeah, Naomi water in her eyes because Asuka spit the fucking Kool-Aid in her eyes. So, water my eyes. Bro, I'm done with that. Jade Cargill promo. Jade Cargill, she looks like a star. I want to say she's a star, but bro, she's been signed for over 6 months now. What are we doing? She's already wrestled in AEW. What level are you trying to get her at? Like, what is going on with Jade Cargill? Like, why can't she go in and just squash somebody? How do you expect her to be ready if she's not even getting the reps in on TV? Who's doing, like, what is going on right now? Jade Cargill is making her first appearance next week on Friday Night SmackDown. We don't give a fuck. She already made an appearance on Friday Night SmackDown. We seen that already. We want to see her in the ring. We want to see her perform. We sick of her making an appearance. She looks great. She looks a fucking. This is a physique we haven't seen since like China. We want to see her work. If she's not ready, how else she's supposed to get ready if she's not getting the reps in? All that performance center shit is cute. When the lights are on, when it's live, that's how you get the reps in. Let Jade get her reps in. What the hell is going on with that, man? Oh, she's not ready. She has to train. She has to do this. She has to do... Bro, that's bullshit. Get her out there. That's the only way you learn. She's not gonna have a 5-star match. It's making it worse because it's gonna be people criticizing every single thing she does. Just get her the fuck out there. She could have been helping this stupid ass Bailey storyline. This shit is trash. Kevin Owens arguing with Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly, I like that team, to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie. I like their theme music. It's not really a style or a thing that I will really be liking, but I'm not gonna front. When it's talent there, it's talent there. That's a good tag team. So he's talking to the SmackDown GM. I can't think of his name right now. I don't wanna butcher it, but he's talking to the SmackDown GM, and why Kevin Owens is arguing with Pretty Deadly, I have no idea. And let's talk about that. Like, y'all can't think of anything better for Kevin Owens? Like, Pretty Deadly is a good team. Like, to be honest, why isn't Pretty Deadly in the 6 tag match? That's weird. Why is Kevin Owens arguing with Pretty Deadly? Then he says, yeah, I got a tag team partner for you. Then it's Randy Orton. What? Why is Kevin Owens tagging with Randy Orton if they're about to be in the triple threat at WrestleMania to try to beat Logan Paul? This makes 0 sense. This shit is dumb as fuck. Seriously. Kevin Owens, Randy Orton in a triple threat match, WrestleMania 40. But before that, we're going to have them be best buddies and tag teams against Pretty Deadly. What? Okay. Kevin Owens at the end of this segment, he love taps Pretty Deadly, and they fall on the floor and knocked out. I could do without that. Okay, now a recap. Speaking of love taps, a recap of AJ Styles and LA Knight. Oh, man, I think SmackDown has to be the PG show. My daughter, she's 10, she's about to be 11, and like, this has to be like a show for her because she kind of got excited. Where like, yo, man, that's crazy. LA Knight showed up to like AJ Styles' house, man. He's crazy. And I'm looking at it like, bro, this shit is trash. Because I remember when Triple H showed up to Randy Orton's house with a sledgehammer and got busy. That was fire. This... Bro, yo, you have to look this segment up. AJ Styles versus LA pulls up the LA Knight house. They're in the front lawn, right? Doing this. Now we know it's wrestling, but a nigga just pulled up to your crib and you're like, you're barely hitting him. I know it's wrestling. I know you're not supposed to. I know, but give me a fucking break. This is why I'm saying weapons need to be implemented. Maybe a little bit more real. Yo, a nigga just pulled up to your house and AJ Styles is just getting, like, they're just trading love taps on his front lawn. LA Knights gets arrested. Oh yeah, I'ma see you at WrestleMania. Yeah, y'all. All this is like, huh? Then another thing, you had your merch on. You had your LA Night Gear merch when you pulled up to his crib. Like, I guess. Then AJ Styles' wife was there. I don't know. But the beginning of that segment, AJ Styles seems like he was in his gym working out. Yo, AJ Styles got really husky. I ain't gonna lie. Street Profits versus Authors of Pain. The Street Profits, they came out, they had their little white attire. I like that. I ain't gonna lie. I like that attire. They had Authors of Pain. I'm a fan of Authors of Pain. I love this tag team. Now, I feel like they don't need. All right, maybe the manager. I forgot the manager name, but that girl and that other dude, the leader of Authors of Pain, they could have stayed the fuck in the back. These two dudes are stars. Let them just work. You don't need the whole fucking crew coming out. My God, man. Authors of Pain are the future of the tag team division. I'm telling you that right now. This team, they remind me of Earthquake and Typhoon. If you don't know who that is, go look that up. Earthquake and Typhoon was two big motherfuckers dominating shit. And that's another team who didn't get their just due. They didn't get their run like they should have. Earthquake and Typhoon was incredible. Authors of Pain kind of giving me them vibes, but a little bit more, because Earthquake and Typhoon was like more of heavy set dudes. These dudes are big, 300 pounds, but it's like they look like they're not like fat with big bellies. Like they look like 300 pounds of straight like destruction. To be honest, I love Authors of Pain, but I knew at the beginning of the match, Street Profits was gonna win. Why? Because Authors of Pain is still green. Street Profits, they're definitely more seasoned. And they deserve the WrestleMania look. I like the work they've been doing. And when we talking about a ladder match, they fit a lot better. They could be doing a lot more tricks. But if I'm writing it, I put AOP over Street Profits. Why? You just need that powerhouse team that's just dominating shit. Kind of like when it was like the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudleys. We knew the Hardy Boys was going to do the crazy high flying shit. You knew Edge and Christian was going to do the crazy I forgot what they called it, the chair. I don't even want to butcher it, but they was going to do the chair stuff. They was going to do some crazy stuff. Even at time to time, Edge was going to spare Jeff Hardy from the fucking, WrestleMania 17 when he spared Jeff Hardy from the top of the thing and all of that. That was incredible. So you had some high flying, you had Matt Hardy, really Jeff Hardy doing most of the high flying, but you had the Dudley Boys, straight enforcers. If you're going to have a 6-man tag team match, let alone a 12-man, I feel like you need some enforcers. Why not Author of Pain be in that tag team match? Give them that look of being the enforcers there. They're not about to be climbing up no ladders or nothing unless it's to get the belt. They're coming to do destruction. But of course, with the 100 of WWE writers, they're going to write this for Street Profits to go over. I knew it since the beginning. Yo, WWE, Triple H, whoever, if anyone can hear this, listen. Stop doing. You did this. This is the third time. AOP was whipping Street Profits' ass. I knew from the beginning, like, okay, Street Profits are definitely about to lose this one. Now it's about how are they about to lose. I'm kind of annoyed. I don't even want to go through it like that, but I'm going to do it for y'all. Match goes back and forth. Montez Ford tries to jump out the ring. He gets caught. Like the same thing what I was explaining with Rey Mysterio. He got caught. Then he just straight threw him on his teammate outside the ring. It was a pretty good look. Commercial break. Comes back. AOP dominating the match. I'm sitting there getting kind of aggravated because I'm like, Bro, I want AOP to win so bad. Dawkins gets tagged in. He starts going crazy. Dawkins hit the tag. What does Dawkins do? Dawkins is beating up two 300-pound monsters. Okay, this is believable. Bro, like no, like, yo, why isn't it being written somewhere in the script where baby faces have to cheat? Like, that's just real life. Good guys have to cheat sometimes. That's real life. Good guys don't always do things straight up on the up and do the right. No, that's just not real life. These are 300-pound fucking men. I wish he would have low blowed them. I wish he would have hit him with some brass knucks, hit him with a chair, something. We don't believe that Dawkins gets tagged in and starts beating the shit out of two 300-pound monsters. We don't believe it. Whatever. He starts beating them up. Oh, man. AOP hits the final chapter. Montez saves the match. Then they do a little back and forth. Montez, they're about to do this little, Montez looks like he's about to do a suplex or something's about to happen, but then he reverses it, or maybe the AOP guy about to do a suplex. Montez reverses it, inside cradle, 1, 2, 3. Who the fuck believes that Montez Ford is gonna do an inside cradle to a 300-pound monster and pin him? Like, bro, this is, yo, that shit annoyed me, bro. That shit annoyed the fuck out of me. Do you inside cradle on a 300-pound? I don't even think they let you do that on the fucking WWE game. Like, what? I'm kind of, maybe I'm biased, but I like AOP. I also like Street Profits too, so congratulations to them. Whatever. They'll beat, who they got to fake? Grayson Waller or whatever. I don't even know who's going to win that, to be honest. I would think Street Profits, but maybe they let Austin and Grayson go through. I mean, get over on them because Grayson Waller has the international appeal. Austin Theory, they're trying to build him up. I thought they was. I don't know, man, but we'll see. I got to think about that. Paul Heyman calls Roman Reigns for the final segment. My tribal chief. We're ready. You're by your, whatever he said. I think that's getting old. Call Roman Reigns. Like, just imagine this, because this is what he did a few weeks ago. Call Roman Reigns. Call The Rock. Hey, what's up, guy? No one does that. It's 2024. Even in 2004, even in fucking 1994, there was a thing called the three-way. Why are you calling two people on two different phones? It's just like, and they're both picking up and, huh? Paul Heyman's a Hall of Famer. I love him though, so he's just working what he got. I'm pretty sure one of the writers wrote that and he's just like, whatever at this point. Roman epic entrance, man. What's his name? Corey Graves. He's putting Roman over. 1,300 days champion. I'm kind of getting excited for this segment too, because I'm thinking Cody came off spicy on Raw, man. This segment should be fire. Seems like more and more people are like rooting for Roman Reigns. Just look. Week after week, you seeing more of the. Before he even say acknowledge me, when that fucking music hit, them ones is going up. Look at the crowd. And I'm telling you, when you come to Philly, I'm from Philly. We're very rebellious. We're very fuck you-ish. And like, it's going to be a lot of people putting them ones up. Don't be surprised if Cody get booed at Philly. I won't be. Titantron shows Cody walk into the ring. I ain't gonna lie. Where's they? I forgot where they was at tonight, but wherever they was at, they popped hard for Cody. Like, oh, Cody, whoa, all of that shit. That was fire. I ain't gonna lie. And like I said, Kevin done left, so they doing slight things like you watching Cody Rhodes on the Titan try and walk, then commercial. Now he comes out, then he does the whoa whoa, all of that. It goes downhill from there. This segment, the entrances was the entrances was the best part of the segment. This segment was the epitome of mid. Cody comes out, he gets the pop. Roman says, I kept my word. I'm here by myself. Okay. Roman calls Cody an idiot for coming alone. Oh, this is why you can't be the champion. You're an idiot. You really believe you came alone. Okay. This is what I'm literally thinking. I'm like, all right, where is this going? Where is this going? Then what do they do after that? Do you really trust Seth Rollins? That's what Roman is telling them. Seth Rollins turned on me. We was a part of the Shield. You don't think he'll turn on you? Oh, do you really trust The Rock? It's like, what the fuck are we doing right now? Like, what am I watching? Huh? Do you trust The Rock? Do you trust Cody? Do you trust Seth? I don't even, bro. This shit, this segment was bad. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, come on, bro. We could do better than. We coming off the Rock concert. The next week you're giving me this. And it's just like this segment just went like literally. This segment went like this. Do you trust? Then next, what happens? Yo, I promise. Cody is looking like a fucking idiot. Yo, man. Good luck at WrestleMania. This man has disrespected your father, disrespected your mother, disrespected your legacy, disrespected the WWE champ. He calls you number 2. He belittles you. He says you're a clown. He fucked you out of the fucking championship last year. May the best man win. Huh? That shit is like, what? It's like, oh, man. Whoever's writing this, I think Cody has to speak up. I don't see how he's like, okay, this is cool. No, Cody, if you're not crying every week, you're looking like a fucking idiot. Why are you trying to shake this man's hand? It's wartime. What are we doing? Who the fuck shakes a nigga's hand before WrestleMania, before the biggest match of WrestleMania of all time? Who's trying to shake hands? No, it's time to go to war. No one does that. Cody, they're making Cody look bad. What does Roman do? Roman leaves him hanging. Cody's looking. And Roman slowly is walking out the ring. Then what happens? He snaps. Then we didn't see this coming at all. What happens? Solo Sikoa comes out with the same fucking hoodie he's been having for over a year now, through the crowd. Then you got Jey Uso through the crowd. And it's like, okay. Then Cody Graves. Oh, the Sharks are surrounding the ring. Cody's in trouble. I guess. Then what happens after that? Jey Uso pops up through the crowd. Seth Rollins has on all black, but he takes his hoodie off. Then he got his Seth Rollins attire through the crowd. And now it's a standoff. Let me be the first to tell you. This was one of the most lackluster segments of this whole fucking journey to WrestleMania. This was poorly written. It was lazy. It was just what the fuck? This shit was horrible. I don't know who, like, once again, I keep repeating this. WWE has way too many writers. whoever's putting their input on this, like I don't see Triple H. Something has to be going on. How is Triple H looking at this script and saying, "Oh man, yeah, this sounds good. This sounds like fucking garbage. I wasted my time." Like, out of all the things that happened, this segment was by far the worst segment of tonight's WWE SmackDown. Like, the worst. So they ended at a standoff, and it's like, this. Why would I want to tune into this next week? I'm gonna tune in because I'm a diehard fan. But if I'm a new fan, I'm looking at this like, what am I tuning in for next week? Like, what? I don't even. It was really, really confusing. It was lackluster. This was a filler show. This was a wasted 2 hours, and I'm usually optimistic, but this wasn't it. The Rock is coming Monday to Monday Night Raw. We're gonna recap that, and oh man, I think The Rock is. Man, we needed The Rock tonight. We needed The Rock tonight. If he was even gonna be on color commentary, if The Rock was even in the crowd, it would have helped the show. Like, The Rock is just different on a different level. He brings a different energy to the whole thing, and man, this episode of SmackDown needed The Rock desperately tonight. This was the epitome of mid. That's what we're calling tonight's March 22nd, 2024 SmackDown. Just straight the epitome of mid. Monday, I think, is going to be fire, though. So we're going to recap Monday. As promised, I'm going to tap into AEW on Wednesday. We're going to see what that's about. Yo, it's another thing I wanted to tap in on, too. It's a few other things I'm going to tap in on, probably on another video. I'm going to tap in on the Slammies. People like, these new fans are like, yo, man, what's the Slammies? The Slammies is basically like the Grammys for the wrestling, but they call it the Slammies. And just do your research. Whenever I think Slammies, I think of Owen Hart. Because he took his Slammy championship and he put the Slammies on the map. Owen Hart. Like, people forget the Rocket. People forget like how imperative, how talented Owen Hart was, man. It's so tragic he left us so early because, man, Bret Hart's my favorite wrestler. Oh, man. But what Owen could have done, what Owen could have been was just, it might have surpassed Bret Hart because Bret Hart was the excellence of execution. He was the greatest wrestler for me of all time. He was great on the mic, but Owen was great on the mic. He was a great wrestler. And also he could take something like the Slammies, which was like, all right, y'all giving out awards, and make it straight gold. He could win the King of the Ring and make it straight gold. Wherever he touches, he made it straight gold. Owen Hart was like incredible. It's a travesty he's not in the Hall of Fame. But with Vince out the picture, and hopefully maybe Owen Hart wife reconsider him getting in the Hall of Fame. I see the Slammers is back. That's what's up. We touched on the Roman Reigns on Pat thing. Yeah, this is about it. So we're gonna tap back in after Monday Night Raw. And when's Monday Night Raw? The 25th, March 25th, Monday Night Raw. The Rock is coming. It's gonna be 3 hours. It's gonna be electrifying. The final boss. Man, we're going to need a great show to recover from this one because I don't know what the hell WWE was thinking on this. Maybe they was just this was literally the filler. So, I'm going to see y'all on Monday Night Raw. I'll see y'all on Wednesday, AEW. I'm going to have that number for y'all by Monday where, right now, just leave a comment, anything you want me to like touch on, anything, whether it's nostalgia work or whether it's, 2024 up-to-date work, just let me know. It's Jay, Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. We out here. Peace.